It's Week 5 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs leader at quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Chiefs and the Eagles on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to number 33. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 26.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Hard to imagine a quarterback like this would be available in a trade. I mean, what an impact he's going to have.
And you know exactly why they went out and got him. They want to win and win big, and he provides that opportunity for them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
The Eagles hit 3-1 here through the first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw again. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On 2nd down, Knox had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
KC's offense ready to take over.
They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Number 8. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Off the
and
play
6.
fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Number 9. A 1-yard pickup. Brings up
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right?
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, he even went deep when he catch him close to the spot.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are once again back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 38-28, the final score. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too plays, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Back to throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he returns this to the 22. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 3. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Another Kansas City Chiefs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff up the middle.
Knox. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
On the carry. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
To number 9. A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try the left side. Knox. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 men on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
The first down pass. Complete to number 34.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
The pass on 2nd down. Complete to number 2.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Complete to number 9. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 3. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Second and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really with the 4-minute.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Eagles.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So the Chiefs now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down now, but that clock rolling. That's taken in by Knox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. For the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.